We are live.
Dude, you're getting dumber by the minute.
We are live.
We are live. And action. Okay, all right. All right, welcome to another episode of the Visionary Club. Part 2. What is it? Part 2? The drum season. Let's get it in.
Okay, so today is about the topic of white Americans are feeling betrayed by their president right now.
White Americans.
Yes. So it goes from the typical white American who lives at home. They feel like they got betrayed because
How?
They feel like Trump now is supporting an insurrection. He's supporting this idea there that for all the MAGA supporters and all the racist people, a lot of people are feeling that those people are going to be encouraged to have have a stance to defend their country from insurrection. Insurrection is where people who live in the country try to overthrow a government, overthrow their government because they don't feel like the government is fairly running the country. Right? So all
Like
these
another civil war?
somewhat, right? So our white Americans are pretty much are living in fear because they're realizing that from the veterans, a lot of their their financial aid is going to be taken away. Their medical aid is going to be taken away. So a lot of veterans are not going to be able to get treatment for some of their PTSD that they're dealing with coming back from war. And they feel like all of them are betrayed by Trump because Trump is the one enacting all these.
So wait. What is the law that he's implicating to stop all this?
Okay, so you heard about how Elon Musk and Trump have been going into the government and dismantling what they deem unnecessary.
Yeah.
Right, some of the branches that are affected by Trump's decision is the aid there that the veterans used to be able to receive. You get it?
Yeah, I do get it, but what's the name of the aid? What's the name of the company or the organization that's supposed to be taking care of the situation?
It's a lot of veteran stuff. So they have a veteran placement plan where once you come back from war, they are able to place you in a field there that will be suited for you and your capabilities. So for some of them, it's security. Other people, it's a defense contracts that they get, so they implement the idea of developing new weapons and stuff like that. Others are they get into the medical field because they know how to deal with the soldier who are coming back from war in their PTSD and know how to medicate them and all that kind of stuff.
This is what they're complaining about, white America.
Yeah, rightfully so though. If you really think about it, if I as a soldier go to war and come back, and I'm promised a stimulus check to cover all the service that I did for you. I'm supposed to get assistance when it comes to my Medicare because I'm going to need more medication than the average person just because of my mental stability alone. And if you take that away from me as I'm coming back, then I would feel betrayed.
Yeah, but that's been happening since what?
Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you guys are complaining about it now?
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. What do you guys Yo, we got a video on this?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's go to the video. Let's see what the fuck they're
I just like to say I'm not laughing at the suffering of veterans at all. I find it disgusting that these people, the government can easily dismiss and push away all these.
No, dude, at the end of the day, you voted them in.
My journey. Hi, I'm Ronnie, and I teach people all over the world how to dance with their dogs on my website.
Go into this video.
Hello, what's up, folks? How you doing? I hope you're doing super great.
So he's gonna talk
watching
for a bit. Skip about 3 minutes ahead of the video because he's gonna just talk about his shit for a bit. All right. So if you could rewind about 30 seconds, that would be nice. Okay.
Are mad.
Never want to hear another Red Hatter say that they support veterans or...
I want to hear another thank you for your fucking service. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. You fuckers took my mental health care. The one thing that keeps me from killing people, from losing my goddamn mind. You took my goddamn peace of mind.
Pause. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Yo, okay, wait. Okay, wait. He's complaining about that shit?
Yes.
Do you know what Black America went through?
No. See, here's the thing. This has nothing to do with race to me at all.
But like, yo, the topic. Why is white America being is upset right now? Why are they upset right now?
Because of actions like this. Like,
So it's not white America. It's not. I don't know why they go down the road and call it like it's white America is upset.
Because some white Americans believe that if you're black and you complain about stuff, right, like Black Lives Matter, you get recognition for it. People will acknowledge that you're crying out for the plight of the black people. But when white Americans then turn around and cry out for their pain and suffering, I mean, you heard that guy. Okay, you just heard it.
He's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. So it's
Put
like
him on that fucking list.
Yeah. So it's like they're going through their own pains and suffering, right? And like they might address it as a white American, and the person who made this video might address it as like a black and white. But to me, it's not.
Yeah, dude, I don't see like it's a black and white. It's just basically veterans that's like not getting what they're supposed to be getting.
Exactly. And this part right here of this video is a prime example of why it's necessary for that department to exist in their government. That motherfucker said straight up, if I don't get my medication,
I will kill somebody. He didn't say it like that, but like, put him on the list.
No. But
Put
like,
him on the list.
That's a clear example of why it needs to be there. Like whoever said like this department of the government is not necessary is a dumbass. This guy literally said he needs it. It helps him, so he doesn't go around killing people. How is that not a necessity?
I guess he got to kill a couple of people for it to like, you know.
I thought he did when he went over and fought the war. Okay, didn't he kill enough people over there? So if you continue the video, right?
What are you doing in the house with him? You need to leave.
They didn't tell us. Just waited until it was his appointment time, and then she never showed up.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. You don't tell him.
He just showed up to his appointment, probably had a bad week to realize like, nah, not today.
It's not gonna happen. Like, if he crashes out, whose fault is it? Is it his? No. It's the American government that sent him to the war and failed him to help him when he comes back. Because PTSD is one of the things that they address to all soldiers, that all of them suffer from this. Since the Vietnam War up, they know this is a problem that they need to address, and this is why they built certain mental health industries for them. And then you're going to say it's not a necessity.
It's not needed.
Then why the fuck are we going to war if it's not needed? So this should be a cry for why Trump needs to hold off, tell Elon to stop closing all these departments, because there's some departments.
Hold on. Elon's wait.
Yeah.
Why is Elon able to like say nope, we don't need this no more? Elon never killed anybody, so I don't even think he should be in charge of that department.
Because Elon thinks he's smarter than everybody. He's the first billionaire to actually openly show his face in government, to actually show what decisions he wants to happen because he paid this amount of money. He's the first person to really ever do it. But the fact that he's doing it, he's eliminating a lot of the departments there that he deems unnecessary. But if you don't understand what those departments do and the benefits it actually puts out, then you don't have a right to. You're not showing your intelligence. You're just showing me how stupid you are. It's either your way or the highway. That's dumb. You gotta listen to everybody. Even Elon Musk got corrected when he was standing there getting interviewed about his rockets. The person interviewing him told him, well, if you have the ability to reduce drag with the flaps being there, why don't you add it to the top of your rocket so it will reduce drag? Elon said, you're right, we should do that. So he's smart enough to know he needs to listen to other people to get to make an educated decision. How the hell is he not getting it during this? But fuck that, all of it. The one person we need to address is the Trump, because he's the one who signs off of all of it. Now, all coming back full circle, eliminating all these veterans benefits, dumb. On paper, you say you save money, but then at the same time, now you're going to have a bunch of veterans who are going to be like, well, I ain't getting my medication. I'm going to shoot somebody. And that's not funny, but at the same time, if we can know what those issues are and not address it, and then the problem happens, we can't blame them. He just fucking vocalized it. I need this to help me. It's a serious situation. So moving forward with this video, stop right here during the march.
No peace! No peace! No justice! No peace!
This man is fighting.
Veterans protesting against their own government because it doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good for the country.
For his country.
Thanks, Trump.
The sovereign nation got invaded. His people were dying. And this motherfucker talks about him wearing a suit.
Now, pause. Now, I know we already made a video about this incident. I personally have my opinion. You can watch that on the video, on one of our videos. You know, like and subscribe or leave a comment. But this situation about them having a problem with the suit situation and him talking about the suits and all that kind of stuff, fuck all of that. Fuck the whole sovereignty of another nation and fuck your opinion on this shit. You know why I'm saying this? It's for the fact that stop talking about another country and another man and talk about your own man and your own country. Talk about Trump and talk about your country. You're addressing what another country is doing and how we should live up to all these standards. We all could point fingers, but until we reflect on ourselves, we can't judge shit. Judge your president, judge your people, and judge your government that you live in, like the country that you live in. If it doesn't affect you when it comes to the Zelensky situation, this guy who's talking about this right now specifically, you're commenting about it as if this situation was a big deal. You didn't know if it affected, affected any laws or any of anyone's lives. It didn't. Leave it alone. Let's talk about your stuff. When it comes to this specific situation about all these white Americans complaining about stuff, I feel like this topic alone is the topic they need to like remove from their complaining. And the reason I feel like they should remove this from the complaining is because at the end of the day, your government's still going to go in and deal with the situation the way they need to deal with it. Trump is still going to go into Ukraine and still deal with it the way he needs to deal with it for America to benefit and for the people to benefit. Moving forward when it comes to the betrayal you might feel from this is something there where a lot of white Americans had all the knowledge at their fingertips. You knew historically how the government treated the veterans. You knew historically how the government treated the people who are low incoming. So for you to criticize these people, like this situation right now, because you don't like it, it's a little... So this part we could skip over. I only brought it up because pick and choose your argument and why you're making it. Because if you watch this entire clip, it's just him complaining. Even her. Like,
can you guys do that? Veterans, can we get y'all to like do the community watches? Because when the Insurrection Act is enacted, I believe MAGA militia will be called up when he said no man
okay,
who...
So pause. Right? Her problem with the MAGA militia, because the Insurrection Act that Trump might put into play, he already signed something in January there that allows him to start getting closer to applying the Insurrection Act. Anyone who's going to try to overthrow the government, he's going to easily arrest you, kill you, or whatever. He's going to label you as an insurrection. Her situation that she's complaining about is something there that I feel like, especially in her age, that she should have addressed it a long time ago. And that's the racism in her own goddamn community. Now that it's affecting everybody on a massive scale to the point where she doesn't even feel safe, that means when she went to her friends and she knew one of her friends was racist, she should have spoken up. When she worked with somebody who was racist, she should have spoken up. Because now she's asking people to stand up for her because she doesn't feel safe. For everybody else who didn't feel safe but white people ignored it, it's you don't have a leg to stand on now. Like, you're going to complain that you don't feel safe.
Wait a minute. So all this, like, what is it? April 5th? April 5th. I don't know if you can find a video on that. On April 5th, it was supposed to have a big, like, 1 million or 2 million protest today.
Really?
Yeah, pull it up. April 5th, protest in America. Supposed to have a protest, and like they were trying to like get the black community to go protest with them, but the black community was on some like, yeah, that's a solo mission. So they were having a protest because of this subject.
Yes.
Saves his country, commits any crime, they're gonna get a...
It's like learning you're the villain this whole time. Like and you didn't mean to be a villain the whole time.
Okay. So
like, I don't understand the whole crying and shit. Like I don't get it. Like I'm trying to get it, but like I'm not feeling for none of them.
Okay, so for her, she's saying in her clip that she feels for the veterans who were misled, thinking that they're fighting for the country and that like the country will reward them by taking care of them, and now they're finding out that the war in Afghanistan and all over like Iraq and that area was all for nothing, and that they're actually looked at as the villain because you invaded another country, killing those people for no fucking reason, and you had no legitimacy to do it.
Okay, this is my problem. Is like I don't know. Maybe I became immune to it, knowing that what Black America has went through. It's like seeing them like going through it. What the fuck are you crying about, man?
Because she feels like all.
Who gives a shit? The same way like when Black America was going through their shit. Who gave the shit?
Okay, well, I will say. What point are we talking about for going through? Because we're not talking about BLM.
No, we're not. We're not talking about BLM. I'm just talking about the whole situation. That like you're crying about, like when blacks when Black America was going through their stuff. What was the procedure for them to fix it?
They had to figure it out themselves.
Exactly. So what are you doing on like TikTok crying about it? Go fix it. I'm sure like when Black America was going through their situations, America pretty much stood there and was like, well, you know. Yeah, if you was to do this or that or whatever the hell you expect them to do, you thought they were gonna do it. Whatever that is, go do it. Like crying on TikTok is not gonna help.
Okay. Like the only reason I'm gonna be like on the fence about that is because when it comes to Black Americans and all the stuff they go through and stuff like that, usually it's not a law, it's not an act that is enforcing the bad treatment of them.
That's even worse.
I know. It's still a choice for them, but it's the thing. Like, it's not. But with these things, right? It's like, how are you gonna like, for instance, justify the removing of mental health care for the veterans? How are you gonna?
But like, you live in America. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like, it's America. This is what they do. Just because they say that you have something doesn't mean like you really have it. It's dirt. It's America's.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about
like a lot of people. No, a lot of people think it's like okay, America. What is it? What do they say? What's the quote? The American dream.
Yeah, the land of the free.
It's America's dream. It's not your dream. It's America's dream.
Yeah.
The land of the free? Are you kidding me? The country was built on slavery. What free? And you guys have to remember, Black America. You guys have to remember this. America never stopped being racist. It would always be racist. No?
I mean, they do have sundown towns. Sundown states. And for those who don't know what a sundown state is, it's a state where if you're an ethnic group and the sun goes down, KKK is coming for your ass.
What?
And that's a normalcy in America. Well, like,
and they don't stop it. That's been going on since like centuries. Not centuries, but like it's been going on since like America began.
Yeah, you can say centuries. America has been established for over a couple of hundred years now. And
okay, yeah, centuries. Yeah. It's never going to stop.
Yeah, you can say that.
But what like what is the suggestion for like Black Americans in this situation?
Oh, don't join the army.
My suggestion is to leave.
No, you can't tell a Black American to leave.
Why not?
That's the equivalent of saying we're done with you and we don't need you anymore. Like, where's Black Americans gonna go?
Anywhere all over the world.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because they get the same discrimination that you get in America, even
I'm
worse.
Sure that these other countries like Canada, we don't have sundown towns.
But in Canada, we have the worst discrimination.
Like what?
We have the discrimination of we're going to do it in your face, but pretend we're not doing it.
It's better than the sundown town.
No. I'd rather know my enemy than to not know my enemy. Canadians, they will pretend that they're not racist, but they're fucking racist. That's how. Okay? Really? Yes. You could go into a bank and the freaking woman could look at you right off the bat. You black, you're not getting a loan. Straight up. Okay, the racist type of treatment. There was a time I went downtown, going to like just chill downtown with a couple of people. A cop stopped me and said, "Yeah, I want to check your ID." And I was like, "Why?" They were like, "Because there's a lot of crime in this area, and you look like that type of people." I gave him my ID because I wasn't thinking anything of it, because I'm like, I don't do crime. But then at the same time, I'm reflecting on that. I'm like, that's pretty racist. Okay, how many areas? Little Italy in Montreal, we all know those people are mobsters, and yet they don't get fucking their ID taken.
They're not all mobsters.
How many?
They're not all mobsters.
I hear so many stories about how mobsters in Montreal try to like strong arm restaurants and other establishments for their money. Okay, I hear how they try to scheme and scam the contracts for the contracts.
Okay, well, yeah,
no, not contract, but construction. There you go.
Yeah, but they've been doing that. That's across North America.
Yeah,
that's in Canada.
And how is it that all of Canada can know it's a specific group of people, the Italians, and do nothing about it? I guarantee you, if black people try to do the exact same thing, we're all getting arrested. Period. That's it.
But that department they already have, so whatever.
But yeah. So when it comes back to this whole white Americans complaining about all of this kind of stuff, I feel like they had the education, they had their history to look back on, to know that a lot of actions that they're doing right now was not going to benefit them. Going to war for a country and not know what you're going to war for is kind of like a stupid thing to do. Everybody who went to the war in Iraq, I understand why they would go, because right after 9/11, the national pride skyrocketed in America, and rightfully so. You attack us, we're gonna band together and attack you back.
Who attacked them?
The Taliban.
You think they really did that?
Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, they even talk about like we're the Taliban, and that's to America. Like we're not.
I to be honest with you, I heard it was an inside job.
Okay, that's conspiracy theorists.
Did you watch the videos? Did you watch the 9/11 documentary?
I did, but like we're not gonna go into conspiracy theories.
That's not a conspiracy theory. This is what they said.
Yeah, but until the government, verifies it.
Though obviously the government is not gonna verify that.
Hey, we now know about Area 51 now. The government had let that out. Area 51 does exist, and we might or might not have aliens.
Y'all doing? I have a whole topic on that shit. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like, what should I call it? When it comes to like a lot of these issues there that all these white Americans are complaining about, these are the same complaints there that Black America has made previously about the mistreatment and the mismanaging of funds, and only the rich is getting richer. Now they're hearing it. They're going to do their protests, and I hope it goes well for them. But until it actually does create traction where every other person who feels they could use the same arguments for their own benefits can use it, I'm not going to be a part of it, because it's only going to benefit one group of people. Well, Black Lives Matter benefited the LGBTQ community because they got a lot of fundings from the donations and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other groups got a lot of help from I was about to call it for the Black Lives Matter. But when it comes to like this specific protest towards the government so they can get their fundings back, so they can get their programs back, it's only going to affect one, because even when it came to those programs, there was some discrimination against Black people. And again, I'm not trying to make this about a race, because it's about how a government is mistreating their people. I'm always going to be in favor of the people.
What about that new law he's passing? Actually bring it back.
Okay, so let's just finish this topic. When it comes to this right here, right? Until they actually create some traction to make change happen, I won't support it until that. Because until everybody is under this, until they speak up about all the mistreatments that Blacks have in the army, not being able to receive their pensions, not being able to receive the help that they need.
That's all of them, no?
No. Blacks, they allow it. This is the agreement for all soldiers, and then the Blacks get discriminated because when they go for some of their benefits, they get told that they're not eligible for the benefits, even though they did their service. There's a lot of racism in that part of the system. So this is why for this specific protest against the government, they need to actually enact change before anybody steps up, and that's change on all spectrums of this argument. So when you see people who are being neglected from some of the benefits that's supposed to be there for all soldiers, speak up when blacks, Latinos, and everybody in between are not getting their benefits. Because it's fucking selfish when they speak about theirs, but they don't speak about others. That is what my issue is when it comes to their argument and they're protesting against their entire government right now. I hope they win, and I hope they remember how it feels. So moving forward, every race, every nationality can be supported by the exact same bill you're trying to fight for. So from there, moving on to the next topic that you wanted to touch upon.
Oh God, this topic is ridiculous. Okay, let's hit it.
Was the Trump thing there that you have? Where is it? Make it up.
Which one is it?
Oh, it's this one. All right. Oh, I put it on the Reddit.
This is what the segregation ban, right?
Yeah,
Unleash
Trump
the
removing
power of
federal
knowledge and
segregation.
connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community vibrancy of the diaspora at African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Trump administration, for lack of better words, is opening the door for segregation to be fashionable again. Now, recently, through his executive order 11246, he decided that on a federal level, the Equal Opportunity Employment Act that was signed in 1964 by Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the president back then, the Civil Rights Act, says that, okay, segregation on a federal level is outlawed, right? Now, since Trump rescinded that, people are saying, oh my gosh, they're going to start segregating again, which means that we might have to drink from a all black fountain or can't go into a white restaurant or any other facility that is under a federal contract. Now, I don't know if that would necessarily be the case, but let's pretend.
So,
you really think it's gonna go that far?
If it does, it's hilarious.
I mean, to be honest with you, it would be nice for it to like really go that far, so that we can actually point out who's racist and who's not.
Oh, when you say go that far, you mean like actual implementation?
Implementation, like let's say
segregation,
like a segregation law. Let's say if a company or a restaurant or any kind of place was to actually implement this law.
Mm-hmm.
You would know that they are racist.
Yeah.
Would you spend your money there?
No.
Okay then.
But there's no way they're gonna do that though.
You don't think so?
Restaurant? Why would I refuse customers coming to my business? That's crazy.
You ever been to a sundown town?
What's that?
It's the town where if it goes,
if the sun goes down, you can't be black. Yeah. You can't be black there.
They'll kill you, lynch you, hang you.
Here?
No, in the States, in the southern parts of the States.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
and you don't know this is still happening?
Yeah, it's still happening. But this whole segregation, I wouldn't want it to go that far to the point where I see you have your colored bathrooms and then your white people bathrooms. I don't want to go that far. But with the abolishment of this law, I feel like it opens up the ability to actually better yourself as an individual.
How so?
If, like I said, bad times make for good people. Okay, so it's like you're going to be forced now to be told like from some white person, oh, you can't do business here. We're not going to employ you because you're black, whatever, right? All it's going to do is just force black people to make businesses. The exact same thing I want for black people, for them to do better, build their own industries, build their own...
build like their own like Wall Street?
Hell yeah. Just like...
Didn't they try that?
Yeah, they did in 1921 in Tulsa. Ugh.
What happened? What happened to the Black Wall Street?
What happened to the Black Wall Street? They got burnt down. A whole bunch of white and racist motherfuckers just came in and burnt it all down. Why? Because they were just jealous of it. But
what? But
in today's society now,
you think they're able to do that?
No, you can't burn it down now.
No, I mean you think like if the black community was to get together, you think that they could really build their own Wall Street?
Yeah, They have the means, they have their education, and they have the fundings. They can build it now. Because beforehand, anytime you needed to build anything, you needed to go through the system. Yeah. So you needed to go to your lawyers, your banks, and all these people to start creating your business. And so you had to get them to sign off on it. And this way, where we're building up your own businesses and stuff like that, you could still have to go through all the legal actions of like certifying your business. So if I want to be a lawyer, open up my own law firm or my own doctor, and open up my own
So why does it Black America do that right now?
Because there's nowhere to concentrate it. See, like Tulsa, right, where it came to the Black Wall Street, was a beacon for all Black people to come there because they were building up their own society within America. So they had their own doctors, their own lawyers, their own dentists, their own like teachers. Everything like that was being self-efficient in their community. In today's community, Blacks are split up all over the place, like to the point where there's no way for them to concentrate all of their wealth to actually start building again. If this actually happens, I hope it doesn't go this far, but if it actually happens, it's just going to force Black people to stop doing business with other white people. Like, for instance, for NBA players, after you get your payout, right, the only way you're going to make your money is if you start doing business with white people, right? Now imagine a Black entrepreneur comes up with their own sneaker brand. Well, why would you come with your own sneaker brand? Because America clearly shows me that they're racist. And
Yo, but dude, you gotta wait for America to actually implement this bullshit for you guys to actually get together to realize like we need to make our own Black situation.
No. Because again, like there's two parts to it. There's the individual side where you can say Black people could separate from America, and then there's the other side where you're still a citizen of this country, so you should still contribute as much as you can to help the country better themselves. So it's like this situation right now, this will force it. But before this, they had laws in place to prevent certain things, so you thought you were still contributing to the country. So why would I build my own if there's a law in place for this company to make sure they hire Blacks? You understand?
Okay, so now that this situation is happening, they should.
Yeah, that's lighting the fire under them now. Because now it's before there's a law that if you saw the picture, there was Martin Luther King there with a bunch of civil rights activists signing on the law and saying, "Yay!" At the time, it helped. At the time, it transformed the face of racism.
Because they needed it.
Exactly. But right now, it's not doing anything positive. Blacks don't create their own businesses, their own, they barely have their own infrastructure for themselves in their communities.
You know what thing I know about like Black businesses? When other Black people come to Black businesses, they always want something on the arm for free or cheaper.
Yeah, but like at the same time,
Black people need to stop that bullshit.
No. Like we already talked about that, but like when it comes to that topic in itself, it's like it's the changing the minds of the culture in itself. Like before, you believed in the American dream, you just got shafted. Now you know the American dream is not for you. You're more like obliged to help your fellow Black man in their entrepreneurship. If I have a Black business right now, and after I hear this, yeah, I'm proudly supporting my Black business now.
That's you.
No, I believe that's not going to be a lot of Black people. Case in point. Yeah, case in point. Just imagine this comes into full effect. Companies are backing it, saying like, we only hire our race type of shit. You think if I see Black people rocking Tommy Hilfiger after that, you deserve whatever you get. If you're rocking Polo after that, you deserve whatever you get. So it's like, it's just going to benefit Blacks along down the line, but we're going to have to work hard for it.
So what Trump did was a good thing?
Yes, it is. Because any law that only applies to one group of people is not a good law. Just that simple.
Well, let's say it's a group of people. The group of people is Americans.
Yeah, but it affects all Americans.
Yeah.
Okay, let's use like the LGBTQ community, right? Just as an example, they have certain laws that protects them, right? So if you're part of that group and you get employed and then you get fired because of like your sexual orientation, it's illegal, right? Now, it should be illegal to fire anybody for whatever reason you have, unless they're not qualified to do the job. So that law in itself is kind of a stupid law. So this law for here, when it was first implemented, it was needed. Now, it's a hindrance. Because now you're just gonna black people just use that as like a crutch. Oh, just hire me because I'm black. Why?
That's not a good reason to hire somebody.
No, and I'm black. Okay, so it's like you have to make sure whatever law is written.
Imagine getting on the plane and just to find out like the pilot only got the job because he's black. I don't want that pilot.
No, so it's like this in itself is something where it's like any black American who sees it as an issue should not see it as an issue. Look at it as like a little benefit, a little nudge in the right direction.
Let's see how black America's gonna take this one.
I'm actually gonna keep up with this one, to be honest.
That's a big take.
You know,
this is gonna pop up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep up with
what
this.
Black America thinks about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this because I feel like anyone who's complaining about it should not complain about it. Just do better for yourself, you know. But until more information comes out about this and how it affects the black communities, I kind of have nothing else more to say. But when more information comes out, trust me, I will have something to say about it.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for VC Visionary Club for today. And like you said, we're gonna keep up with it. Peace.